Well, good morning, folks. Dr. Don back in here with you in the Southern Union State Community College Severe Weather Center. We're coming up on midnight Central, 1 a.m. Eastern, and we just got a straight-up mess down in southeast Alabama. This is not a concern for East Alabama. All of our East Alabama, West Georgia counties are just fine. But I want to show you this mess down here in South Alabama. We've got multiple tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings, and this stuff is nasty down here. Let me reset my National Weather Service chat so I can kind of see what they're talking about. But we have 1, 2, 3, about 4 different tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings all over the place. So let's just kind of go down through here and let me show you what's going on. Tornado warning now from the National Weather Service office at Tallahassee. This goes out until 1:30 Eastern. This is for East Central Henry County in southeast Alabama, Central Clay County in southwest Georgia, Randolph County in southwest Georgia, that's not Alabama, northwest Calhoun County in southwest Georgia, and southeastern Whitman County in southwest Georgia. That is a tornado warning in effect now until 1:30 Eastern. That'll be about another 30 minutes or so. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Fort Gaines, moving east at about 55 miles per hour. All right, so that is one of our warnings. That's up here just south of Eufaula, now southeast of Eufaula in the state of Georgia. It's crossed over the Alabama-Georgia state line. So we're looking at Coleman in 6 minutes, Cuthbert in about 14 minutes. We're looking at Dawson. This is Georgia. Not Dawson County, but Dawson, Georgia, in 34 minutes. Sasser in about 40 minutes. Smithville about 49 minutes. And Leesburg in about 51 minutes. All right, so let's move on down the line. And we have a tornado warning now. Radar indicated this is going to expire at 12:15 Central. So only about another 14 minutes on this warning. This is for southwestern Dale County in Alabama, southeastern Coffee County in southeast Alabama, northern Geneva County in southeast Alabama, and central Houston County in southeast Alabama. So some of those counties not still affected by this. Let me run the track on it. We'll be in the Taylor area in about 19 minutes. Dothan. The possible tornado will be in Dothan in about 23 minutes. Cowart's about 28 minutes. Avon about 29. Out there in Webb, Alabama. I used to live in Webb, Alabama. 30 minutes from now. That's right there on the Alabama-Georgia state line. WTVY television and radio used to be out there in Webb. I think their transmitter probably still is. I used to work out there. 32 minutes to Ashford, 40 minutes to Gordon. Jake in about 47 minutes. Donaldsonville in about 54 minutes. And Iron City in about 58 minutes. Again, that's a tornado warning for this line of thunderstorms that is now just west of Slocum. We'll be headed toward Dothan and Cottonwood. Another tornado warning down here in right on the Alabama-Florida state line. Madrid in about 15 minutes. Cottonwood in 21 minutes. Malone about 33. Jakin about 48 minutes. And Donaldsonville in about 55. So you folks in Jakin and Donaldsonville, you've actually got two areas that could possibly be tornadoes headed in your general direction. So not a good night to be over there in southwest Georgia. We also have severe thunderstorm warnings for this area. We have a severe thunderstorm warning right here. This is for eastern Geneva County in southeast Alabama, Houston County in southeast Alabama, and yes, it is Houston in Alabama, Houston in Georgia. Jackson County in the Panhandle of Florida, central Holmes County in the Panhandle of Florida, northeastern Washington County in the Panhandle of Florida, west central Miller County in southwest Georgia, southwest Early County in southwest Georgia, and northwestern Seminole County in southwest Georgia. That is a severe thunderstorm warning. We have another severe thunderstorm warning. I think we just got a new tornado warning, too. This is a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Dale County in Alabama, Henry County in Alabama, northern Houston County in Alabama, Clay County in Georgia, western Randolph County in Georgia, western Early County in southwest Georgia, and Quitman County in southwest Georgia. All right, so we have a new tornado warning. This is for Blakely, Georgia. This warning just issued from the National Weather Service at Tallahassee. A tornado warning for Early County in southwest Georgia until 1:30 Georgia time. That would be Eastern. At 1:02 a.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Blakely, moving to the east at 45 miles per hour. That is where I worked during Hurricane Michael. I know those folks down there well. So you folks down there in southwest Georgia, down there around Blakely, take cover immediately. Hey, folks up there in East Alabama and West Georgia that may be watching me this morning, if you know people who live down there, tell them, make sure they know what's going on. A lot of folks in the bed asleep down there. It's early in the morning. So check with them. Make sure they're aware of what's taking place. Here's another tornado warning. This is a brand new tornado warning now down in southwest Georgia. This is a tornado warning for east central Henry County in southeast Alabama, central Clay in southwest Georgia, Randolph County in southwest Georgia, Calhoun County in southwest Georgia, and southeastern Quitman County. Severe thunderstorm warning. This is for Stewart County in west central Georgia and Webster County in west central Georgia. Folks, just as I have been talking all day long, I was really afraid this area down here in South Alabama and South Georgia has been just untouched all day long. And this stuff is just really blowing up down here. We got tornado warnings all over the place. Look back over here, and I mean, there's so much going on, it's hard to keep up with. These are all severe thunderstorm warnings down in Florida. Also, tornado warning for Santa Rosa County in northwest Florida and central Escambia County in northwest Florida until 12:30 Central. About 4 minutes ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located about 6 miles north of Gonzales, moving to the east at 40 miles per hour. Again, that's a tornado warning for Santa Rosa County in northwest Florida and central Escambia County in northwestern Florida. Here's another one. This is a tornado warning for east central Baldwin County in southwest Alabama and south central Escambia County in northwest Florida. You folks down there in Pensacola, pay attention, because if they extend that warning further to the south and east, it's going to cover the greater metropolitan area of Pensacola. Severe thunderstorm warnings back over here around Mobile. Severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Mobile County. That goes until 12:30, so you've got about another 22 minutes on that. Here's a severe thunderstorm warning for Baldwin County, for northwestern Santa Rosa County, in Florida and Escambia County in northwest Florida. That only goes for about another 10 minutes or so. But you can see we got warnings everywhere down here. Severe thunderstorm warning for Escambia County in south central Alabama, northwestern Santa Rosa in northwest Florida, northwestern Escambia County in northwest Florida until 12:15. That's about to expire. Here's one for eastern Escambia County in south central Alabama, southeastern Conecuh County, Covington County, northern Okaloosa County in Florida, northern Santa Rosa County in northwest Florida, and northeast Escambia County in northwest Florida. This goes to 12:45. So this is a relatively new warning. Severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 3 miles north of Brewton in Alabama to 7 miles southeast of Jay to 3 miles southwest of Milano, moving to the east at around 80 miles per hour. Another severe thunderstorm warning. This is for northern Okaloosa County. This goes until 1 o'clock. Radar is indicating a severe thunderstorm located over Crestview, moving northeast at 55. That's just north of Fort Walton Beach. Severe thunderstorm warning for southern Okaloosa County in northwest Florida until 1 a.m. Severe thunderstorm located over Eglin Air Force Base, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. If you go down to Fort Walton Beach, Destin, you know where these areas are, right there along I-10. I believe this may be a new tornado warning. Let's see. This was issued at 12:01, so it's 9 minutes old. That's a tornado warning for central Santa Rosa County in northwest Florida, central Escambia County, northwest Florida. 12:01, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Milano or 6 miles north of Gonzales, moving to the east at around 40 miles per hour. There's so many out here, it's hard to keep up with. That was issued at 11:30. That goes for about another 4 minutes. That's the tornado warning for Dale, Coffee, Geneva, and Houston counties of southeast Alabama. We'll see if they extend that. This tornado warning is valid now until 12:15, about another 4 minutes on this one as well. This is southeastern Geneva, southeastern Houston, northeastern Jackson, and northeastern Holmes County in Florida. This one also expires at 12:15. So both of these tornado warnings here around Dothan will expire in about 4 minutes. We'll see if they extend them. This one goes to 1:30 Eastern, 12:30 Central, so about another 18 minutes on this warning for Henry County in Alabama, Clay County in southwest Georgia, Randolph County in southwest Georgia, Calhoun County in southwest Georgia, and Quitman County in southwest Georgia. Zooming back out, you see that all of this activity is down in southwest Georgia, back into southeast Alabama, and across the northern Florida panhandle. Up there across east Alabama, we're fine. We've just got a lot of rain still continuing in Clay, back into Randolph, Chambers, Coosa, and Tallapoosa, and down into Lee. No severe weather up there. All the severe weather is breaking out down here in the south. Put the lightning on. You can see where the really heavy lightning is taking place. You zoom out, and look at that entire frame. We're looking at 420 lightning strikes in the last 3 minutes. Most of the lightning strikes you see flashing on the screen are current. Looking on over into South Georgia, some heavy thunderstorms there just south of Jessup, around Douglas, up there around Vidalia. We got flash flood warnings now all out Highway 60 or Interstate 16 from about Vidalia and Swainsboro back up to Macon, back over to Perry, back over to Columbus. Those are all the counties outlined in green are flash flood warnings. There's Roanoke and Randolph County, Alabama right there. And I do not see any lightning strikes in the last 3 minutes across East Alabama. The closest lightning strike to you is down there southwest or southeast of LaGrange. Clark Shepherd's reporting some thunder and lightning. I'm not disputing that you got thunder and lightning up there, but it's not showing up. You can see clearly where the severe weather is, though. Nothing severe there across Randolph, Chambers. That is, severe is not going to be a problem up there. Thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate your kind words, sir. Yeah, Dothan, Alabama's getting hammered right now. Actually, it's just moved through, moving through Dothan as we speak. The heaviest of it is actually just past Dothan, out there around Ashford. Things should start improving in Dothan in just a few moments. But we come up here around Columbia. We have a tornado there for Blakely. Be in Damascus in about 21 minutes, Newton in about 50 minutes. That's over in Georgia now, not Alabama. The northern storm, we're looking, these are Georgia towns now. This storm is in Georgia. This tornado warning, we're looking at Lumpkin in about 2 minutes, Cuthbert in about 4 minutes, Arlington 13, Edison about 15, Leary about 23, Dawson, this is down in southwest Georgia, 26 minutes, Sasser in about 33, Newton about 35, Brownwood 37 minutes, Smithville 41, Leesburg about 45 minutes. If it holds together, Albany about 46 minutes, Backton about 47 minutes, and Putney in about 49 minutes. That's the storm down there around Blakely. A little bit to the north, we're again looking at the same locations that'll be affected. Come up here to the Cuthbert storm. Looking at Coleman in 6 minutes, Cuthbert in about 14, Dawson about 35. The same areas, and we're talking, they're warning for this entire line as it moves through. Actually, that is the severe thunderstorm warning, so that's why it's covering some of the same towns as the tornado warning. The tornado portion of this storm, there's your appropriate times. Coleman in about 6, Cuthbert in about 14, Sasser 40 minutes. If it holds together out there at Leesburg in around 51 minutes. That's the tornado timing. Zoom back out so you can see the big picture. And again, just heavy rainfall across East Alabama. From up there right along the Cherokee County, Cleburne County line, back down into Randolph, Clay, Chambers, Coosa, Tallapoosa, down into Lee, over into northern Harris County, where a flash flood warning continues. Heavy rain now over in LaGrange, up into Heard County, all the way back up into Carroll and Coweta County. The severe threat, no doubt, is going to be South Alabama, south of Columbus, and over into southwest Georgia. No warning in Talladega or Clay County, Alabama. None whatsoever. No, Randolph County is not under any kind of warning. Not Randolph County, Alabama. Randolph County, Georgia is under a tornado warning, not Randolph County, Alabama. No, you did not hear the tornado sirens in Talladega, Alabama. I mean, the rain is almost completely quit in Talladega. I mean, you're almost rain-free in Talladega, so no tornado warning sirens up there. Absolutely nothing expected now across East Alabama. So all you folks up there, you're good. I came back on to cover this stuff down here in southeast Alabama going into southwest Georgia. No, Randolph County, Alabama is not under a tornado watch. That is Randolph County, Georgia. You know, I don't know who in their bright mind did that, but we have Randolph counties in Alabama and Georgia, and they're not that far apart. We have multiple counties with the same names in Alabama and in Georgia, and I know it gets confusing. Randolph County, Alabama is just fine, Michelle. Yes, Jennifer, all this will stay well south of Randolph County, Alabama. Wedowie's fine. South of Columbus is correct. John, just go to YouTube and search Dawn Strength. I'll have the link for you soon and be able to share it a lot easier. But if you'll just go search Dawn Strength, you'll find it. Thank you, Ron Dewberry. Good to see you, my friend. Me and Mr. Ron worked several severe storms together, being with Alabama Power. I can remember, Ron, I can remember one particular night during Hurricane Opal. I can remember riding up to the Alabama Power office with then Roanoke Fire Chief Bill Ford and Mayor Betty Ziegler. I had just joined the Roanoke Fire Department when Hurricane Opal hit. I remember that night. Noonan Georgia's in the house. Roanoke, Alabama's fine. Barber and Pike, you're fine too. All the severe weather is now pushing on into Georgia. There's still a little bit of a threat in extreme southeast Alabama, and then there's still a threat down there in southern Alabama, south of Andalusia, right along the Alabama-Florida state line, and there's still a big threat down there in Mobile and down across North Florida, Northwest Florida. But the severe threat now is shifting into Georgia for the most part. Thank you, Karen Dennis. I appreciate your kind words. Heard County, Georgia is just fine. We got the What About Club going on this morning. For those of you that were not with us earlier, we're going to design a T-shirt. It's going to be the Dr. Don What About Club. And I'm not kidding. I've already got some great designs from some of you folks out there. Cassandra, I like yours. We're going to make that happen. The shirt's going to have Dr. Don's weather page on the front of it or something like that. And Then on the back, it's going to be what about? And Cassandra's design has got an outline of the state of Alabama and the outline of the state of Georgia. And right above the top of it, it says what about? And then you just see scribbling all over both states. And then down at the bottom, it's got our website. It's pretty cool stuff. We're going to work on getting all that put together. And then when you support Dr. Don's weather page, you get a T-shirt. And we may also put our commercial supporters on there as well. We're working out all the details, but it's going to happen. It's the Dr. Don What About Club. Yeah, Fort Walton Beach. Let's go down there and take a look at Fort Walton Beach. Fort Walton's fine right this moment, though you just went under a severe thunderstorm warning. Severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Baldwin County, Okaloosa County, Santa Rosa County, and southeastern Escambia County in northwestern Florida. 1209 Central, a severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from 7 miles east of Alino to Ensley to 3 miles northwest of Bon Secours, moving to the east at around 60 miles per hour. 70 mile per hour straight line wind is the main threat there. But Fort Walton, you can see it's still well back to your west. It's just now about to move into Pensacola. But, you know, moving at 60 or 70 miles per hour, it won't take long to get there. And we also have a couple of areas of embedded rotation where they're actually issuing tornado warnings as well. Yes, you can go to bed in Roanoke. You're all clear in Roanoke. Auburn, Alabama, you're good too. All right, Cassandra, where's Callie so I can make sure I watch it real close? She in Panama City? Where is she? Clark Shepard, you're not by yourself, my friend. I miss Bill and think about him often. Some of my best years in public safety was working with Bill Ford, fire chief of Roanoke, Alabama. And I think about him often. Okay, so Callie's in Panama City. Yeah, well, so we're good right now. But this line is going to come through that part of Florida. We've got a little ways to go before it gets there. The main thing we're going to be watching for are these pop-up tornadoes along this line. We have that one warning, this tornado warning that's still hanging in there. This is a tornado warning that is for central Santa Rosa County. It'll expire at 12:30, so only got about 3 more minutes on that warning. We'll watch with interest to see if they extend that out a little bit longer. But right now, Panama City's fine. They're back up here in Georgia. They are warning for every spot along this line with severe thunderstorm warnings, and we still have a couple of tornado warnings out. This is a warning that will go until 1:30 Eastern, so about another 3 minutes on that warning. And then this one goes to 1:30 as well. So we're about to see what they're going to do with all of our tornado warnings, because all 3 of them, active tornado warnings that we have right now, are set to expire in a couple of 2 or 3 minutes. I got some big thunderstorms out there around Tybee Island, back up to the South Carolina coast, over there around Hilton Head. Some heavy storms inland there along I-95 just south of Savannah, back to around Jessup. Some heavy stuff out there on I-16 maybe just a little bit west of Pooler. You get up there around between Swainsboro and Vidalia on 16, we've got flash flood warnings all the way back to Columbus. Some of these individual storms over here in southeast Georgia, we're going to have to watch real close too. We got one down there around Waycross, one north of Blackshear, one over there around Douglas, up there around Denton, Ludowici, also around Jessup, Baxley. None of them are severe right now, but we got to keep an eye on them. Yeah, Milton, Florida's got some pretty good storms going on. Chambers County, Alabama, you're fine. All the severe weather south of you. If you're just joining us, Dr. Don with you. It's 12:30 Central, 1:30 Eastern on your Monday morning. And as expected, this has been a long duration event. It started in the early hours of Sunday morning. We had a severe thunderstorm move through central Alabama, moved across Lake Martin, and then down across Alexander City, down to around Jackson Gap and Dadeville. Had a lot of damage up there, down trees, power lines, had some structure damage from trees that fell. And then, since that point, we've had just mostly heavy rain across East Alabama. We had a warm front that lifted up off the Gulf of Mexico. We thought it would make it all the way up to I-20. But because of a pool of cool air across central and north central Georgia, that warm front kind of got blocked, and it never did make it much further north than about the I-85 corridor. And so the severe weather risk has been confined to South Alabama and now South Georgia. Meriwether County is fine. I'll go up here and show you that we have no severe weather anywhere across East Alabama or West Georgia. Nowhere north, really nowhere north of an Americus to Savannah line. Everything north of an Americus to Savannah is just heavy rain right now. And we do have a lot of lightning taking place up there in East West Georgia. Now we're seeing some lightning strikes up there. I think maybe we have had some glitches on and off all day long with data coming from the different servers, weather data. So I'm not doubting that you've been having thunder and lightning up there, but now it is showing up on the radar. That's just because of heavy rainfall, not because we have severe weather in the area. You know, lightning is not considered severe. I think it probably should be, and I know the Weather Service has toyed with the idea of adding lightning to the criteria for severe thunderstorm, but right now, though, the definition of a severe thunderstorm doesn't mention lightning at all. But you know, lightning can strike your house and strike you, so it is certainly a killer. So why isn't it part of a severe thunderstorm criteria? But right now, it's not. What's causing all this lightning is the heavy rainfall. You know, that's how lightning is created. It's the friction between the raindrops, or hail that may be involved in these storms. I don't see any indication of hail, but lots of rain. So That's why you're seeing all those flashes of lightning up there across West Georgia and back into East Alabama. And you see it drops off. Now we've just lost all of the lightning up there. So this part of the storm could be pulsating too. It could ramp up and then things could calm down, because I'm only showing you the lightning strikes in the last 3 minutes. So we've lost all the lightning strikes up there in West Georgia. That's interesting. We'll keep it zoomed out and see if it comes back. I know the lightning data is working because we're still getting it down here along these heavy storms now. Just about to completely get out of Alabama. There's still a severe thunderstorm warning down there in extreme southeast Alabama. Down there around Marianna, Florida. Heavy thunderstorm there. And they're warning just about that entire line down there. We did lose the tornado warnings. So as of right now, there is not a tornado warning active anywhere in Alabama, Florida, or Georgia. So that's the good news. Indication that we may be, we were probably going through one of those cycles that I told you about, where the line will ramp up, get real strong, and then it will fade away, and then it'll ramp back up again. So we may be going through one of those cycles. We may be on the downswing, but we've got to watch and see if it ramps back up. Yeah, we've got some rain back over still in Mississippi, some heavy rain in spots, but excuse me, wow, none of that should go severe. The severe threat right now is southwest Georgia, extreme southeast Alabama, and northwest Florida. Thank you, Misty. I appreciate your kind words. Very heavy lightning, loud thunder in LaGrange. All right, folks, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm just going to leave the radar up there, and I'm going to step away for just a moment, but I'll be back. I'll just kind of leave it up on your phone, and I'm going to watch this for a little while longer. See what happens down there in South Georgia and across North Florida. You're watching live severe weather coverage on Dr. Don's weather page. 12:37 Central, 1:37 Eastern. Stay with us. I'll be right back. welcome back. Dr. Don with you on a Monday morning. We continue to watch some severe weather down across southeast Alabama, northwest Florida, and now southern Georgia. And this is kind of bonus coverage. I normally don't stay live for these areas, but I'm trying out some new stuff. So this is kind of bonus for you. We're now streaming to multiple platforms. The idea is to be able to make this available for folks who don't have Facebook. And while I know Facebook is the hot ticket right now, I wanted to make it available for folks who don't have Facebook accounts. So we're now streaming to YouTube, which means if you have a smart television and you have the YouTube app on your smart TV, you can watch us on your big screen television. So you might want to check that option out. Just if you don't have the YouTube app downloaded on your smart TV, then download the app and then just search for Don Strength. I'm going to change all of that so you can search for Dr. Don. And but right now, just search for Don Strength, and you'll see the live coverage there when you search for it on YouTube, and you watch it on your big screen TV. You can also watch it on your phone or your iPad or any tablet, any device that will let you get to YouTube. You can watch it there. I'm also going to make it available on my website. We do have a website, drdonwx.com. To be quite honest with you, I have not put a ton of time into the website, but I have rethought that process, and we're going to get that thing spiffied up in the next week or so. We're going to put the live video feed over there as well, and we're going to make some changes to the website. I'm going to develop a members-only section of the website where you can get some insight, some extra services. That'll be available for you there as well. There are several neat things we're looking at doing, and we've been wanting to do this for quite some time. The thing that's been kind of holding us back has honestly been the internet options where I live. Now, folks, you would not believe what I've been through, and I have held off on trying the satellite version of internet because I've heard nothing but horror stories about it. But to be quite honest with you, it couldn't be much worse than the situation I'm in right now. We only have one wired telephone option up here in the North Georgia mountains, and listen to this. You won't believe this. So I called them a couple, 2-3 hours ago just to talk to them. We used to have their service here at the house, and we disconnected that a couple of years ago because the best I could do is about 3 gigs of download, and that was just useless. So we got away with that, turned that off, and went with 4G out of the air with a nationwide carrier. And had really good success there for the first several months. And then when they started building out their 5G, they changed things around up here and basically almost dropped our service. I mean, it's horrible. So I called the telephone company back. I'm not going to call their name, but anybody who lives in North Georgia knows which phone company I'm talking about. Called them back to see what it would take to get reconnected. And would you believe they told me that because we disconnected 2 years ago, that their service was no longer available in my area when the line runs right by my house and on up the mountain. But it's not available now. Because he said, Mr. Strength, you have to understand how it works. It cost us money to run internet into areas where there are not many people. And I said, yeah, you know what, dude? I completely understand how all that works. I also understand that the United States government gave all internet service providers billions of dollars over the last so many years to fix the rural internet problem in the United States, and it hasn't happened yet. I understand completely that your CEOs are sitting on an island somewhere drinking a fruity drink instead of fixing the internet problem in this country. I understand completely how it works. He backed off a little bit when I told him all of that. So now I really, my connection works great as long as it's not raining. But because I use Band 2 on T-Mobile, and the tower is about 7 miles away from me on the other side of the mountain, Band 2 operates in the 1900 megahertz frequency band, and rain just wreaks havoc on that frequency band. So when it starts raining, it attenuates my signal, and so then I lose service or drop down to very slow service. Like right now, it's not raining, and so I'm getting out there pretty good, and the resolution looks pretty good. But when the rain picks up, it goes away. So, I know that's a problem with satellite also, but I am going to give HughesNet a shot. They're set to come out here on Tuesday. The problem there is going to be, can they see the bird from my house? Because I'm on the side of a mountain with trees around me. Back in the day when we had Dish Network, the Dish Network guy showed up, and he's shaking his head no when he got out of the truck. But little did he know, I'd already taken my app on my phone and found a clear path to the Dish Network satellite. So I talked him into giving it a shot, and we had Dish Network, and it worked fine. So we're going to see what we can do with HughesNet. And if I can sustain a decent uplink speed on HughesNet, then I'll be okay. And I don't need a whole lot because I don't use that much bandwidth just on the uplink side. So we're going to try it and see. And we're still working on trying to get the T-Mobile signal a little bit better here, too. Got a 40-foot tower outside and got some new antennas. We're going to try to get up a little bit higher and see if that will improve the signal. It's just a mess. And it's a shame that we live in the greatest country in the world, and we still can't get decent, high-speed internet to everybody, especially when Congress has given away billions of dollars to ISP providers across this country to fix that problem, and yet we still have a problem. I understand supply and demand. I understand it costs them money to run internet into an area, and they've got to profit. I get every bit of it. But there's also this thing called cost of business. You don't always, it's just like when you're in the retail business. Some items you may not make any money on. Some items you may lose money on, but that draws customers in to buy other items that you make money on. That's how the supply and demand thing works. But these service providers don't see it that way. And so a lot of us get caught and left out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, you folks across East Alabama, you know what I'm talking about. And you had that problem with your cable for years. So you know where I'm coming from. It's just frustrating, especially when we're in a situation like we are right now with COVID-19. And a lot of folks are trying their best to keep their businesses going from home. And they're having that problem with internet. And it's just a shame. But I'm not going to quit until I make it work. We're going to keep working at it. All right, so we're just kind of looking at southwest Georgia, from Americus down to Albany, back down to around Bainbridge, Chipley, Florida. Now we're beginning to see some stuff down here around Pensacola. Good news is we don't have any tornado warnings. Yes, we have severe thunderstorm warnings everywhere. Severe thunderstorm warnings now basically from just east of Dauphin Island, out to Gulf Shores, across Pensacola, Fort Walton Beach, back over toward Seagrove, Freeport, Panama City. You're still not in a warning right now, but it's coming. Then up to Vernon, Florida, Chipley, Florida, Mariana, up into southwest Georgia, Bainbridge, Donaldsonville, Colquitt, Thomasville, Moultrie, Camilla, Putney, back up to Albany, Sylvester, Cordele, just south of Cordele. Flash flood warning now for Cordele, Americus, Plainview, and over to Eastman. And then flash flood warnings on up a little bit further to the north around Perry, Georgia, back to Talbotton, Casita, that's Casita, Georgia, back into the Columbus area. Flash flood warning continues. And then as you get up into Troup County, no watches or warnings of any kind. They have all expired up there. We still have some lightning flashes from time to time. Still getting some lightning and this heavy rain up here from time to time, even back over into East Alabama. Wedowee, you're on the edge of the moderate rain. It's about done. Delta, Alabama, you're in the clear. Lineville, Alabama, you're completely in the clear. The rain has stopped. Ashland, the rain has stopped there as well. Millerville, still some light rain. Wadley, some moderate rain. Still moderate rain down there around Auburn, Tallahassee, Bama Park, back to Montgomery, Tuskegee, Union Springs. Backside of the rain has now cleared Selma, Camden. It's about to clear Pineapple. Georgiana, you got a little heavy rain still left, but not much. So things are improving in Alabama quickly. But we still have this nasty line to go all the way through southern Georgia. Right now, just severe thunderstorm warnings everywhere down there, but no tornado warnings. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning for the following counties in Georgia: Western Irwin County, Northwestern Barron County, Northern Mitchell County, Lee County, that's in Georgia, not Alabama, Southeastern Calhoun, Northern Colquitt, Tift County, Southwestern Ben Hill County, Worth County, Northwestern Cook County, Northeastern Miller County, Turner County, Dougherty County, Baker County, and Eastern Terrell County. Don't know that I've ever seen that many counties involved in a severe thunderstorm warning at one time. But that warning goes out until 2:45 Eastern. We come on down here to the south. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for north central Leon County. That's in the Big Bend area of Florida. East central Jackson County in Florida. Northern Gadsden County in Florida. Southern Mitchell County in Georgia. Southeastern Seminole County. Southern Colquitt County. Decatur County. Southwestern Cook County. Grady County. Southeastern Miller County. South Central Baker County, Thomas County in central Georgia, and northwestern Brooks County in south central Georgia. That's valid until 3 a.m. Again, that's a severe storm warning. Then we go down into Florida. Severe thunderstorm warning for southern Jackson County, northeastern Bay County, east central Walton County, and central Washington County until 1:30. That is Central Time. So about another 29 minutes there. We've got heavy rain falling again here in North Georgia, too. You can hear it hitting the roof. Severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Dale County in southeastern Alabama, southern Coffee County in southeastern Alabama, Geneva County in southeastern Alabama, west central Houston County in southeast Alabama, Walton County in Florida, Holmes County in Florida, in northwestern Washington County in the panhandle of Florida. That's valid until 1:30. Here's another severe thunderstorm warning going until 1:30 for southwestern Dale, southern Coffee, Geneva County, west central Houston, Walton County, Holmes County, and northwestern Washington in the panhandle of Florida. Another severe thunderstorm warning for southern Baldwin County, Alabama, southern Okaloosa County in Florida, southern Santa Rosa County in northwest Florida, and southeastern Escambia County in northwest Florida. That is valid until 2 a.m. Then we have all kind of special marine warnings. This is a special marine warning. That one has actually been canceled. They're just all over the place. I don't know that we're going to have anybody in a boat out in the Gulf of Mexico watching Dr. Don's weather page. However, that is possible. We had a lady in here from Africa watching us earlier today, and I apologize. I did not catch that. Producer Tracy caught that after I finished one of my extended coverage segments. She brought it to my attention that we had somebody down in Africa watching Dr. Don's weather page. And she was sending her prayers and thoughts to everybody in Alabama and Georgia. I thought that was pretty cool. So it's raining heavy again on the mountain, and the signal is attenuating some, though it's holding a little bit better now than it did earlier. Lynette, Alabama's going to bed. Ted says thank you for all you do. Jane Edmondson, thank you, Jane. And Pat Smith, thank you. So it's early in the morning. We're just kind of chit-chatting and watching the weather at the same time. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments, now's a good time to do it, because I'm watching the comments as we do this. If you're watching us on YouTube, let us know. Very interested in how that's going to work. Very good idea was posed earlier. Even if you watch us on Facebook, go to YouTube and subscribe to Dr. Don's channel. And just search for Don Strength and you'll find it. Subscribe to the channel so that when I go live, you most definitely will get the notification. You know, Facebook is kind of strange how it works. And unless you put Dr. Don's weather page at the top of your news feed, then it may take a minute for you to see that we're live. If you go to YouTube and subscribe to the channel, the moment we go live, you'll get notified. So regardless of where you watch it, it's a great idea to go to YouTube and subscribe to the channel so you'll get notified. Thank you, David Huddleston. Appreciate you. Thank you for watching us. And like I said, ordinarily I don't stay wall to wall with storms in this part of Alabama and Georgia and Northwest Florida, but we're trying out some new technology, and I had planned on being up all night anyway, because originally it looked like we were going to have this severe weather up there across East Alabama. But that warm front that came up off the Gulf of Mexico got blocked earlier this afternoon by a pool, a big dome of cold air across central Georgia and North Georgia, and just would not let that warm front move north, and so that kept the severe weather out of East Alabama. So this is two major severe weather threats in a row. East Alabama and West Georgia has fared very well, and I'm happy about that. And again, we talked about this earlier. That's the way weather works. There's a bust factor to every forecast. And, you know, it's fluid. It's constantly changing. There are certain things that we can't forecast. And a big dome of cold air or a backdoor wedge, cold air that dams up against the Appalachian chain, however you want to look at it, was something that wasn't thought about. And that's what happened. That's what kept that warm front from coming any further north. Audrey says that she's going to have to sign off now. Thank you, Audrey. Thank you for watching Dr. Don's weather page. And the next time we have the chance of severe weather or significant weather, we welcome you back. And don't forget, we do a daily weather forecast. It's called Dr. Don's Primetime Forecast. So you can watch us every day, and that stuff will be uploaded to all of our different platforms too. And we invite you to join us every day for that. Mary is in here from Carrollton, Georgia. Good morning to you, Mary. Nice to have you watching us in the wee hours of Monday morning. Again, I want to thank our commercial supporters for making all of this possible. Lenny Bo's Seafood, Wings and More. That's in Lineville, Alabama. Brand new Dr. Don supporter. We appreciate Lenny Bo's Seafood, Wings and More. Would you check out those crab legs? What I could do to those crab legs about right now. I love me some crab legs. But now they got to be cooked just right, and I bet you Lenny Bo's knows how to do it. You know, if crab legs are overcooked, then you can't get them out of the shell. And that just frustrates me. You know you got a great chef when you can take one of those crab legs and crack it, and that big old piece of meat just pulls out. You dip it down into that drawn butter right there. I like to put a little butter and a little salt in that drawn butter. A little lemon and salt in the drawn butter. Dip that crab leg down in there. Love me some crab legs. Thank you, Lenny Bo's. I appreciate you sponsoring Dr. Don's weather page. Also, a brand new sponsor is Jamie Dukas. He is our Alpha Insurance agent. You can get him at 256-452-5131. Also can go to Facebook and search for Jamie W. Dukas Alpha Insurance, and you'll find him. Send him an email. Southern Union State Community College, Wadley, Opelika, and Valley. Mr. Jimmy Stevens Construction. Jimmy was in the room with us earlier today. We appreciate him. We have Miss Judy Aubrey with Shepherd's Fine Jewelry and Gifts in downtown Roanoke. She's been with us for quite some time. We appreciate her. This guy right here is probably going to be kind of busy up around the Alexander City, Alabama area over the next couple of weeks, because I know there's got to be some hail damage up there to some of those roofs. Joey Knight with Anchor Roofing. Joey's been with us for quite some time. Cody Yarborough's been with us almost from the very beginning with Southeast Soft Wash. We appreciate Cody. Mark Mitchell in Woodland, Alabama at Bama Diesel Repair. Brandon Brown was one of our original commercial supporters. When we started all this, April was a year ago. We've been on the air now for a little over a year. This all started when the tornado hit in Wedowee last year. Or was it March? I think it was March. I think it was mid-March of 2019 when that tornado hit. Now, I've been doing Facebook weather for several years, but as far as the live broadcast is concerned, a little over a year now. Thanks to Brandon Brown. Auction 431 South. Again, that's Joey Knight. You can go to facebook.com/auction 431 South to find out more about their online auctions. So they've got really innovative now, and so they're doing the auctions online while we are shut down for COVID-19. And understand that's going pretty good. Just hang in there while I'm looking at some stuff from the Weather Service. They have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Crisp and Wilcox counties in Georgia. Tornado watch continues for Crisp, Dooley, Pulaski, and Wilcox counties until 7 a.m. The National Weather Service in Peachtree City extends the area of the tornado watch to now include Dodge County, Emmanuel County, Johnson, Lawrence, Montgomery, Telefair, Toombs, Wheeler counties in Georgia. So they extend that out. The tornado watch has been canceled for Stewart, Sumter, and Webster counties in Georgia. We have a new mezzo discussion here. I want to see if I can pull that up. Let's see. Yeah. So the greatest tornado threat now is going to be over in southeast Georgia down to Jacksonville, maybe down to around Gainesville, Florida, and stretching back up the coast of South Carolina. So we're going through a little bit of a lull right now, but that line will probably re-intensify in the next hour or so, and we may see more tornado warnings issued as that line gets into south central and southeast Georgia the next hour or two. Also, thanks to Rick and Becky Rainwater, Remax Lakefront. They've been with us quite some time, too. They also sponsor our Lake Wedowee forecast that also runs on Dr. Don's weather page. We appreciate them. So there's the radar look. And the area that has the greatest risk of severe weather now is going to pretty much be let's just clear that out and start over again. Well, down here in Florida also, but that area that I've got circled right there in white, I'm still learning how to use this telestrator. Do the map, and let's draw that again. All right, so that if you're inside that area that I've drawn there on the screen, that is the area where we're most likely to see tornadic activity moving forward over the next several hours. Some of these storms up here around Douglas, looking pretty mean. Right there around Nichols, Douglas, Georgia. And keep an eye on that storm. It looks pretty rough. Up there northeast of Baxley. Up here around my boss's house, Glenville. Back over toward Hinesville, we got some storms, but not a tremendous amount of lightning. And look at there, we got a special marine warning out in the Atlantic. So you ships coming out of the Savannah port, you know, we may have some captains watching us here. Anything is possible. I have figured that out already. Our signal is attenuating again pretty bad because we have some pretty heavy rainfall right on top of us. We have a severe thunderstorm warning with a possible tornado now for Baker, Ben Hill, Barron, Colquitt, Cook, Doherty, Irwin, Lee, Mitchell, Tiff, Turner, and Worth counties, Georgia. That's in effect until 2:45. All right, here's a note from the National Weather Service office at Jacksonville, continuing to monitor the evolution of the line of storms from southwest Georgia back to Florida Panhandle, well west of Tallahassee, with lift ahead of the shortwave overspreading this area, seeing more convective development over western Florida Panhandle. Latest high-resolution model, HRRR, high-resolution model, is showing a line of storms breaking up into semi-discrete supercells in the next couple of hours, moving across Georgia counties. This would be favorable for tornadoes, given overlap of greatest instability with northward moving warm front and strong vertical shear. However, having numerous showers developing over southwest Georgia, Florida panhandle, it makes such a possibility more uncertain. Hard to get tornadoes if storms are competing with other showers. They're going to continue to monitor this, though, and the tornado watch will be issued soon for much of the Tallahassee coverage area. And here we go with a new tornado watch. I won't be able to get the text of that just yet. All right, so let me turn the watches back on, and you can see it. All right, so that's a new tornado watch that's being issued by the National Weather Service. It's going to cover all of southeastern Georgia. Basically, and also South Carolina, north of Charleston, all the way down the Atlantic coast to include all of southeast Georgia, Statesboro, Savannah, Jessup, Waycross, Brunswick, St. Mary's. Goes down into Florida. It does get Jacksonville, Lake City, Gainesville. So we've got a tornado watch now in effect, basically from Dothan, Alabama, up to Eufaula, all the way up into South Carolina, and then back to the Georgia coast and across northwest Florida, both the Panhandle and the Peninsula. Now, you folks over here in Alabama, you're about to get out of that tornado watch. I can tell you that's going to be canceled here fairly soon. But there you go. So every county across South Georgia now under a tornado watch. And see, these discrete cells, they were just talking about that. You got some individual storms popping up that are going to have to be watched real close for rotation. Right now, they're not rotating, but that could change. No tornado warnings, but lots of severe thunderstorm warnings. My goodness, look at all that lightning out in the Gulf of Mexico. A lot of special marine warnings out there. Panama City still look good. You just went under a tornado watch, however. Carrollton, Georgia is fine. Mary, no worries for Carrollton, Georgia. I'll ride up there and show you what I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, Carrollton, it shouldn't even be raining in Carrollton now. You're done. You got some moderate rain right there across extreme southeast Randolph County. Raining heavily up in Atlanta, metro, all metropolitan areas of Atlanta, heavy rain, even out in the suburbs. From Auburn, Georgia, back up I-85, back over to Athens, we got some heavy rain. But southeast Randolph County, you know, probably from Roanoke to Rock Mills, down to Bacon Level, and then over into Heard County to a point just south, or maybe right there at Franklin. You got some heavy rain. Still raining heavily over in eastern Chambers County around Standing Rock, Five Points, Buffalo, Lafayette, Oak Bowery. But look what's happening over here. Ashland, you're completely out of the rain now. Lineville, you just have a light sprinkle still going. Alexander City, it's over for you. Back over here around Rockford, Wetumpka, and Goodwater, you're good. in Coosa County. Come down into Elmore County, still a little light rain in Wetumpka. And I'm telling you something now. Wetumpka, Alabama, it's been raining since about 6 o'clock this morning, and it hasn't quit all day long. It'll be interesting to see what the rain totals are down here. It's going to be very impressive. I still got some heavy rain in Opelika, back toward Auburn, Columbus. Technically, the tornado watch continues until 7 a.m. for some of our southeast Alabama counties, but you will be cleared from the tornado watch here pretty soon. I don't really see a severe threat down here in Troy. For the most part, the severe threat has ended for Alabama. I mean, we can't release you from the tornado watch until the stuff is completely moved out, but the threat was out here on the leading edge of this line. It's cleared Alabama now. The threat does continue for Northwest Florida. Down here in Panama City, you hadn't had much all day, but that's about to change. You got a pretty good line up there coming at you. But the good news is it's not tornadic for now. That could change. You need to stay on your P's and Q's. So, having said all of that, and since my signal is attenuating again, I'm going to call it a night, folks. Unless something drastic happens in South Georgia or Florida that would warrant me coming back on, I'm going to shut it down, and this will be my last broadcast of this event. Now, understand, we do have another risk of severe weather toward the end of the week, Thursday into Friday. I've not had a chance to spend a whole lot of time looking at that possibility, but I will start turning my attention in that direction now. So hopefully we won't have to do severe weather coverage next weekend, but it's possible. And if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, I'll catch you back in here probably sometime tonight.